we talk about the other contentious issue, because here when it comes to the countdown to the Waqf showdown that has already begun with the JPC, or the Joint Parliamentary Committee on Waqf, that has submitted its report to the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. Now here when it comes to the JPC chairman, in the pictures that came in, Jagdambika Pal was seen accompanied by several BJP MPs, but this time when it comes to the opposition MPs who were part of the panel, however, boycotted the event and registered their protest. Now the Waqf board has been adopted by a majority vote and has 14 amendments that have been suggested by the members of the ruling BJP. The proposed amendments, however, aim to inject a much-needed transparency into the system. So let's break that out as far as what are the amendments that have been suggested, and if they are not, as far as the Waqf backers, what exactly are they now putting forth? Because we have seen time and again, every time that this meeting of the JPC on Waqf used to happen, time and again there used to be some controversy that used to come out from the members. Let's in the meantime put out exactly when it comes to saying that do not omit when it comes to Waqf by user clause from it, saying that no 5-year practicing Muslim clause, that should also be there. When it comes to also saying that it should be against government property, not Waqf clause, and also saying that the collector here must not be the one to arbitrate such cases. But what exactly is the change that is now being brought about? Let's put that forth when it comes to the other point of view. Going on to say that when it comes to no cases that will be reopened retrospectively. However, if there is any land which is government land and it is disputed properties, now that remains an exception. There would be state level officers that would be adjudicating the disputes, and only one practicing as far as when it comes to Islam for at least 5 years may be declaring a Waqf. So no Waqf by user properties deemed by Waqf based solely on prolonged use or religious purposes. That is a counter that came in from the first point that was made where the amendments were not amenable. Now let's talk about how, when it comes to the BJP, that seems to be confident enough that bringing this new bill will also bring more transparency, more accountability to the management of the Waqf properties, in addition ending the long abuse of the previous act. But the opposition has called this move as biased and an attempt to destroy the Waqf board.
For a very long time, Waqf properties were mismanaged. There was opaqueness in the management of the Waqf properties. These problems have been addressed effectively by the amendments that the government and the members of parliament have introduced in the new bill.
वक्फ बोर्ड में विपक्षी सदस्यों द्वारा लाए गए एक भी संशोधन को स्वीकार नहीं किया गया और सत्ता पक्ष की तरफ से लाए गए सारे संशोधन स्वीकार कर लिए।
इन्होंने वक्फ बोर्ड को बर्बाद करने की पूरी तैयारी की है और ये वक्फ बोर्ड को बर्बाद करना चाहते हैं। मैं बार बार यही कह रहा हूं कि हमें टारगेट किया जा रहा है, खासतौर से माइनॉरिटी के अंदर मुसलमान को टारगेट किया जा रहा है, और टारगेट इसलिए किया जा रहा है कि इनके नाम के ऊपर हम नफरत फैला करके पोलराइज कर सकें। बात विकास की नहीं होगी, बात सिर्फ और सिर्फ नफरत की करेंगे।
ये भी एक सस्टेन्ड, उस नफरत को आगे बढ़ाने के वास्ते एक सस्टेन्ड तरीकेकार है। चाहे वक्फ बोर्ड का जो बिल है, ये सारे आउटकम है उस नफरत के एजेंडा का, जिस नफरत के एजेंडा के तहत ये पूरे मुल्क में अफरा तफरी रखना चाहते हैं।
Now let's get in a word from Rishabh here, because Rishabh, it seems that the opposition MPs have been submitting their dissent notes to the report that has been adopted by the JPC headed by BJP's Jagdambika Pal, that contains changes to the proposed by the National Democratic Alliance members to the contentious legislation, however saying that their suggestions are being overlooked.
Well, definitely, you know, if we talk about the JPC on Waqf has been a very dramatic JPC. We have seen Kalyan Banerjee losing his cool in various JPC meetings. There have been walkouts by, Asaduddin Owaisi or other opposition leaders as well. And the way JPC has been conducted, opposition has been, raking up the issue that it is being biased and not paying any heed to the demands of opposition members in JPC. Even when the draft of the Waqf bill, the amended Waqf bill was circulated among the members of JPC, the opposition leaders very categorically said that it was given a night before it was supposed to be passed in the JPC, and humanly it wasn't possible to read the 655-page amended bill and have their reservations, articulated to be put forward in front of JPC. When the JPC was passed, we heard opposition leaders saying that how their amendments were overlooked, and the 14 amendments by NDA leaders in JPC was adopted. The JPC has been passed by majority. It has been the JPC report has been passed by a majority. The report has been submitted to Lok Sabha Speaker Birla, and now the list of businesses, the 16 bills that are to be tabled in this session to be passed, include the Waqf Amendment Bill, and that is something that will definitely create issues on the floor of the House.
Well, pretty dramatic that we've often seen as far as when it comes to the members of the JPC panel on Waqf used to assemble. However, they have been saying that when it comes to several provisions in the revised draft of the Waqf Amendment Bill undermine the federal structure and express concerns over the process followed by the JPC. As Rishabh continues to be with us.